Have you ever thought, what will happen if we distributed all the money in the world? Let's us find out. Money makes the world go round. It's the foundation of our economies and the cornerstone of modern society. But have you ever wondered what would happen if all the money in the world was distributed equally? Would it lead to a more just and equitable world, or would it cause chaos and disaster? In this video, we'll explore this thought experiment and try to imagine the consequences of such a scenario. Let's get started. To begin with, let's first understand how much money is there in the world. According to estimates, the total value of all the money in the world is around $90 trillion. Now, imagine that this entire amount is distributed equally among all the people on the planet, which is around 7.9 billion people. Now take out your calculator and calculate with me. If we divide $90 trillion by 7.9 billion, we get approximately $11,400 for each person. So, in theory, every person on the planet would have around $11,400 in their bank account. Just wow. This might sound like a dream come true for many people, but the reality would be far from ideal. Let's examine some of the consequences of such a scenario. Now just take it practically. The first thing we need to consider is the impact on the economy. With everyone suddenly having a lot of money, the demand for goods and services would skyrocket. This would lead to inflation, where the prices of goods and services increase rapidly, and the value of money decreases. Sounds horrible, right? Now. On the other hand, people who were previously wealthy would suddenly find themselves poor. They might have had millions or even billions of dollars, but now they would have the same amount of money as everyone else. This would cause chaos in the financial markets, and many people would lose their life savings. What could be worse more than it? Banks and financial institutions would also be severely affected by this scenario. Since they rely on people depositing money and lending it to others, they would be unable to function with everyone withdrawing their money at once. This could lead to a collapse of the entire banking system, and people would be unable to access their money. The collapse of the banking system would trigger a ripple effect, leading to halt in their business and assets. The social consequences of such a scenario would also be severe. With everyone having the same amount of money, there would be no incentive to work hard or be entrepreneurial. This could lead to a decrease in innovation and productivity, which would hurt the economy in the long run. Moreover, people would lose their sense of identity and purpose, as they would no longer have any financial goals to strive towards. So, we thought it would be positive growth after the money distributed equally. But it bends opposite of the goal. Finally, we need to consider the practical difficulties of distributing such a vast amount of money to everyone equally. It would be a logistical nightmare, and there would be many people who would be left out of the distribution. Moreover, there would be issues with corruption and fraud, as people try to take advantage of the system. Conclusion. In conclusion, while the idea of distributing all the money in the world equally might sound appealing at first, it would lead to chaos and disaster in reality. The best way to achieve a more just and equitable world is to address the root causes of inequality, such as poverty, discrimination, and lack of access to education and healthcare. Only then can we create a better world. Thank you for watching.